everybody. Coming to you live from the side of the road here. I guess not live, it's on YouTube. You can click on it, right? I'm the Haul Guy. My name's Charlie. I wanted to welcome you guys to my channel. This is my very first video. I guess do the whole like, subscribe. If you end up liking this thing, do that. I'm not the pro at this. You gotta stop on the side of the road here. But I just passed 1,000 miles on the Haul bike. I'll show you guys that now. Let's see. You can see there on the odometer, I just stopped where we were, right at 1,000 miles here in North Austin. It looks great. So I'd like to give a nice, full, hearty review, honest review about this thing. And I was going to give it a real good test. So we're 1,000 miles in. So I'm going to let you guys know what I think about it. And I'll see you back in the garage. I got other stuff in store for you. All right. We are back at my garage here. You guys, thanks for enjoying the rest of the video or sticking with me here. I am not a YouTuber, just to clear things up, you guys. So sorry if I don't have the prettiest video or best audio. This is all being filmed on my cell phone. So I got the Specialized Globe Haul ST in October 2023. It is now mid-May 2024, and I just broke the 1,000 mile mark. For all you hardcore cyclists out there, sorry I'm not putting in more miles, but that's what I got. So overall feelings, like just my very first impressions, of course, when I got on the bike, it was a thrill. It was a blast. I think any e-bike could provide that. Just the initial rush, especially if it's your first time of having that assist, that pedal assist, and for cyclists just to have a motor just to help you out like that. The fun from it, the excitement, it's fantastic. Now that 1,000 miles have gone by, I do have certain opinions about the bike, but I can tell you guys right now, if you're looking for bad news about this bike, you probably are not going to find it on this review. I am floored with this. This is a fantastic bike. Just to clear things up, I was not paid by Specialized. They didn't buy me this bike. I purchased this bike 100% on my own, out of my own curiosity. I do have some intentions with these bikes. I'm doing a little bit of research on them, and that was what led me in my just joyous status of the bikes, you guys. I went ahead and got 5 more, because that makes sense, right? If I'm gonna have a good time on the bikes, I'm gonna want to bring some friends. No, I'm kidding. I don't have that many friends. I am gonna be starting my own tour company. Not doing a plug just yet on that, you guys. So we'll keep that that title and all that stuff under wraps. But I went and bought 5 more of these bikes for that purpose, because my experience within a few months, honestly, was golden. Like, I was set. I understood and knew that this bike is very capable and very accessible to people of all heights. I believe their advertising and their information, and I guess you could check whatever the average world height is or all that stuff. They claim that they can provide a comfortable bike for 95% of the world's population, based off of height. So I think that's awesome. So for me personally, that means that any client of any height can ride the bike and have a great time. All right, so what comes with it, or what I get in it? Well, I guess everybody gets the same thing. It comes with a really cool tool set. The wrench, or whatever this would be called, spanner, to remove the wheels if you need to, or when you need to. It came with some very cool, not necessarily the most high tech, but these torque wrenches work great. They're basically, I don't know if you've ever seen this type. Basically, you push it down, and whenever it hits the pressure or hits the Newton meters that it needs, it'll show you with a little visual indicator. It doesn't have that click. It's not like that fancy one. But hey, it comes with the bike. I don't know if you've ever gotten a tool set that nice with a bike, but the Globe ST comes with it. I did pick up a couple of other accessories. I put on the front rack. I put on pegs and throttles. Not on all the bikes, but on select bikes, we're going to do, kind of custom build out for our customers. It comes with, of course, owner's manuals, things of that nature, an orientation book. Some might call that like a fluff book or a puff piece or something of that matter. But it's very positive. It's basically an advertisement. But really, really cool stickers and stuff in the back. Share with the kids and all that. And if I haven't already addressed this, as far as acceleration, in the lower settings of the bike, when you're just the rider or when you have a low cargo weight, the lower settings are absolutely smooth. I have not taken this thing to full capacity as far as cargo. So just my rider weight of about 200 pounds. It feels very smooth. It's very intuitive again, as far as the pedal assist modes. Now the accelerator, I think perhaps maybe this is just my opinion about it, is that the manufacturers, the designers of this Specialized, that accelerator is meant when you have a full load on this bike, when you have a full cargo, full rider weight, whatever it might be, that accelerator is meant to get you off the line, is meant to move you through an intersection until you get up to close to cruising speed. And then if you want, you take over, start pedaling. So if you're looking at just the accelerator, it can be jerky if you floor it. Now, what I've noticed about the accelerator is that it is actually, what's the right word for it? It can be modulated. You don't have to push the accelerator all the way down. It is just like a gas pedal on your car. If you push it halfway down, you're going to get there about somewhat like a halfway, whatever that might be. If you push it about halfway, you're going to get about half of the acceleration. Can you still get exercise? This is still a pedal bike, and anyone who has not ridden an e-bike, and this is the question that I would expect from someone who has never ridden an e-bike. If you have, you will know that pedaling is still pedaling. So if it's me times 2, if it's me times 10, whatever it might be, if you're putting in that initial effort, if you're turning the pedals for the bike to respond to, you're definitely going to get a workout. So it's up to you. How much pedal assist do you want to use? How hard do you want to push it? So what I've noticed and what's claimed from the manufacturer is no matter what level the pedal assist is here, if you decide to put in the extra effort to get this thing to go to 28 miles an hour, it will assist you all the way up to 28 miles an hour. That's pretty much one of the legal definitions on what these bikes are, these class 3 bikes, is that it will assist you, the motor will assist until you hit 28 miles an hour. Now, if you've got the ability or drive or desire to pedal beyond that, it's going to be all you, because the motor will shut off. But it will help you every bit of the way up to that speed. So as far as how it is to just hop on this bike and start riding, it's a very intuitive bike. Of course, you should take your time to have proper setup on any bicycle, unicycle, tall bike, whatever it might be. Take your time to get the proper setup, and then after that, it's like riding a 9-speed bike. If you're looking to ride pedal assist, you pick your setting, start pedaling, and the nature of it feels very much just like riding a regular bicycle, with like a breeze at your back, I guess, or a strong wind at your back, depending on what setting you have it at. The handling and everything on that, the design on all this is where I'm out of my league on center of gravity and all that kind of stuff, but it's pretty obvious, and we kind of know that heavy things need to go down low, and it handles like a normal bike, because the only weight that's up high, your normal rider weight. So as far as the experience of riding the Hall ST, it's very sporty, very fun. If you're a commuter, or if you just have a career or a long time riding bikes, this is kind of just a joyride. It's fun, especially if you add the throttle. I've enjoyed it just to get out and have a good time, run quick errands. The situation where, if you're into riding bikes and you need to think about your chamois, and you need to think about your shoes to clip in, and all these different things that are kind of make your normal bike ride undoable. This is quick hop on, and go run your errands real quick and come back. They sell it or say it as maybe a car replacement, but maybe a car substitute. So maybe you just don't jump in the car. Of course, my pickup truck does what it does. I can't haul two 60-inch TVs in this thing. That's why I need my truck, but this does everything short of that. Now, how is this bike different or unique from other bikes or other e-bikes out there in the world? Obviously, the differences between this and regular bikes or other bikes that I've owned, traditional pedal bikes or any traditional pedal bikes that you've owned, it's an e-bike. So all that stuff is, that's real simple to understand. It's a different type of machine. No problem there. You have a huge powerful motor. You guys know the stats on that kind of stuff. If you don't, look them up. It's widely available. But how is it different than from other e-bikes? I think the range of adjustability, and I've ridden other brands, other popular brands, they're kind of set as far as their height and things of that nature. That's an easy one. But in the world of actual cycling brands, or I guess more traditional bike makers, they tend to go more toward these away from the cadence sensors or cadence monitors and more toward the torque sensor. So it's actually measuring how much pressure or how much power you're putting in versus how many times this wheel rotates. And not that it's a design error, or as long as you know what you're getting into on the cadence sensor, is that you could even pedal backwards on a cadence sensor, and all the magnet knows is how many times that other magnet passes by the sensor, or whatever that might be, however it works. Again, I'm not a real scientific guy, but this bike and others on the market, but this one, and what makes it unique, I guess in a notable field, is that it's all about the actual torque and how much pressure you're putting onto it. And it is very intuitive. That's one thing that I've noticed more than any other e-bike that I've ridden, is that this bike behaves more like a regular bicycle, even in the failing. Like if you're in the wrong gear, like say for instance, if you're a cyclist, you know this, if you go up a hill, come to a stop, and you forget to gear down and you try to restart in a hill situation, you're not gonna have a whole lot of power from the bike. You can't deliver the power to the bike. The motor will respond the exact same way. So you're not gonna all of a sudden lurch forward or jump forward like you might on a cadence sensor, because this knows how much pressure you're actually putting down. So it's very intuitive, even at low speeds. If you're in the kind of standard cruising modes, it's fantastic. I am now. My favorite features about the Haul, well, it's an e-bike, so that is the number one thing that makes this different from most of the bikes that I've owned. It has a very powerful rear hub motor, big battery. It has met all of my needs, all of my practical needs. People go out and do range tests and all that type of thing, and if that's what you're interested in, seeing how far it can go, then I guess you can find that. But it does everything that I've wanted to do. So, for instance, now bear with me, I'm not sophisticated on graphics or anything like that, but I basically rode from here in North Austin, this area is called the Domain, down to here, I didn't take this route, to this area, which is known as downtown Austin, to a very specific statue from this musician that I appreciate. His name's Willie Nelson. So it was a good ride. It was about 34 miles up and down. Of course, terrain's going to vary wherever you live, wind conditions, rider weight, payload, and all that. But it is Central Texas hill country, and it took me there and back. So I thought that was a pretty good ride. It's very capable. Tons of attachment points. If you haven't looked it up already, multiple points to put on water bottles, other attachments you can do. They're very specific pannier adapters there. You can add water bottles even to the rear of the bike. So if you're out with other riders and just you carry extra water, so if you're the only one on an e-bike or something in that situation, no problem, carry extra water for the other riders. And I would say that probably the number one thing that I think is the most interesting feature about this, and of course I am my own height and I don't have any other options, but is the adjustability. This thing, from all of their info, says that it'll fit 95% of the world's population as far as height. So widely adjustable on the saddle and widely adjustable on the steering setup here. So those are my, just right off the bat, favorite features about the Hall ST.